Okay, so now we have more than one transformation. So they want us to sketch this function and then state the domain range and asymptotes. Notice that we're going to have a stretch of 5. And then it's going to shift to the left 2. Okay, let's do a parent function. So a parent function here would be g of x equals, we didn't talk about the base. This is a common log, right? Okay, so it'd be log of x. And I can do a little table of values here, not very big. I know it's going to go through the point 1, 0. And then I'm going to think about, well, if I had a -1 output, what would that mean? It would mean 1/10, right? The reciprocal of the base, which is a common log, so the base was 10. And then I'm going to have that 10, 1, right? Okay, so that key point. Let's graph that and see what it looks like. Here's the asymptote. And then we're going to have 1/10, which is just a little bit to the right of the asymptote, -1. And then we're going to go through 1, 0, and then 10, 1. It's going to look like that. I'll try to do a better job drawing this. Okay, now let's think about a table of values for f of x then. Okay, so we have to stretch at 5, but remember we're also going to move the whole thing to the left. So the asymptote's going to be back here. Okay, so there's the asymptote. And then I can think about my x-intercept, right? So my x-intercept is going to be 1, 0 still, because if I multiply the outputs by 5, right? I'm multiplying these by 5. I still have my x's, 1/10 and 10. And then my outputs are going to be -5, 0, and +5. So that's kind of a nice little way to do the table of values, maybe to see it a little better. All right, and then we still have to shift it though. I guess I don't have those right because I didn't shift them. Okay, so that wouldn't be f of x. That would be those points, but now I got to shift them over to. So it's going to be like right here, and it's going to be down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be like right there. Goodness sakes. Right there. Okay? So maybe you can see that. I don't know. And then you're going to have the x-intercept. It's going to go back to. So right there. And then you're going to have this one at 10. You know what? I don't know if I graphed. It looks like I graphed it at 9. It should have been at 10, 1. I hope I didn't do that. It should be, there should have been a point right there, 10, 1. So if I made that mistake on the parent function, they didn't ask us to graph the parent function, but I think it helps. Okay, so remember we're going to go back 2, but we're multiplying by 5. So we had an output of 1, but now we're going to go up to 5. So it's going to be 8, 5 actually. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be way up here. Okay? All right. So it's going to look something like that. Okay? All right. So I did these outputs, but the inputs weren't really that because I had to scoot them all to the left too. Okay? But that's kind of how it matched up if you think about the asymptote scooting over. Okay, so we just wanted to get the graph. Now we'll state the domain. Well, what is that domain going to be? It's going to be -2 to infinity. What's the range going to be? -infinity to infinity. And then what's the asymptote going to be? Oops. X equals -2. Okay? All right. So you can see the stretch there, and you can see how it shifted to the left too.